Alright, now we're going to cut this beard off. We're going to trim that off and underneath that nose. And we're going to undercut that nose a little bit more. Just there. See how that gave it a little bit of depth? Just doing that one little cut. You know, it's amazing what a couple little cuts can do to a piece. Sometimes it can ruin it, but for the most part it enhances it. Alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lip portion right down in here. Okay? Just like so. So we're going to take the point of the knife and we're going to follow that out. I'm going to do that a little bit at an angle. Okay? And we're going to go right to that beard right there. And we're going to undercut that. And that's the lip portion. Alright? I'm going to trim that off a little bit. It's very hard for me to see it from here because it's so tiny. But you will see that when we start painting how much of a difference that will be. Alright, so there you go. See it? I think from this angle you can see it a little bit better. When the wood's really white like this, sometimes it's hard to see things. Okay, and again we're going to go down through the beard here. We're going to put a little V-cut in there just to give it some depth. Alright, see how that looks from this side? Okay, we're just going to trim this off a little bit on the other side, okay? Take that edge off. Okay, that's good. And we're going to just cut this out just a tad here to define that mustache a little bit more. And we're just going to undercut here a little bit. I'm going to cut this down. We're just going to trim this beard off a little bit over here. We're just going to kind of round it up a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy here with cutting this wood out. You just want to take little pieces out at a time, and then take a look at it and see if you need to take a little bit more out. Okay, it's pretty straightforward when you do it that way. You notice how I'm going back and just make a little cuts a little deeper here and there. It just gives it a little bit more depth to your piece. All right, just like you see there. All right, and this we might trim this off just a tad. I don't want it sticking out too far, but we definitely want a contrast from one area to the next. See how we have that, how deep it's getting, and then we're going to do the same thing underneath here, and we're just going to put a little V-cut there. Alright, that just gives it some depth, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Alright, we're going to follow that up. Alright, and we're going to just chop a little bit of this off because that should not be sticking out that far anyway, so let's round that off a little bit. You can see how much time we are just putting into this face. You can put a lot of time into taking a little off here, a little off there on these faces, and you notice I'm just taking some of that off. Alright. Alright, well, it looks like we're getting there, folks, with this. I hope you're enjoying this segment of it. And when I come back, we'll have this a little more defined. I'm going to go offline and do that off the video so I can see it a little bit better. You know, it's not going to look exactly the same, but it's the same concept of what I did over here.